This is the AI Desk, where today's signals reveal tomorrow's power.
And today we're talking about something that sounds like a trend, but is actually a shift. Smaller teams are winning.
Silicon Valley has a new obsession: tiny teams.
Define tiny.
2 people, sometimes 1 person, plus AI.
That's not a team. That's a person with tools.
That's what everyone thought, until those tiny teams started shipping faster than full companies.
Or they're just cutting costs and calling it innovation.
That's part of it, but something deeper is happening. AI is taking on entire layers of work, which means you don't need those layers anymore.
That sounds like a nice way of saying people are getting replaced.
In some cases, yes, but also the structure of companies is changing. This episode is brought to you by Mad Cheetah and their new album, WTF, Where is the Forest? It's eco-pop engineered for the future. Bold beats, global rhythms, and a message that actually matters. If you want music that hits your brain and your heart, explore WTF by Mad Cheetah. That's MADCHITA, streaming now on all major platforms. Let's break it down. Traditionally, you needed a product manager, designers, engineers, marketing, operations.
A real company.
Exactly. Now one person can design with AI, write code with AI, create marketing with AI, handle support with AI.
That sounds great in theory, until something breaks.
That's the tension: speed versus control.
No, it's speed versus reality. Because AI can do a lot, but it can't do everything well.
True, but it can do enough. And that's what's driving this shift.
I don't buy that this is all upside.
It's not. But the upside is real. A single founder can now build what used to take a team of 10.
Or build something that looks finished, but isn't.
That's fair, but customers don't always see that difference.
Until they do.
Right. But by then, the tiny team has already shipped 3 versions.
Okay, but let's talk about what these tiny teams are actually doing. Because it's not everything.
Good point. Tiny teams are dominating in areas like software, tools, AI products, digital services, content businesses.
Things that don't require physical infrastructure.
Exactly. If you're building a SaaS product, you can now prototype with AI, write code with AI, launch with AI, market with AI.
And support customers with AI.
Yes, which removes entire departments.
That's the part people aren't saying out loud.
Say it.
AI isn't just making teams smaller. It's removing roles completely.
That's true. But it's also creating leverage.
For who?
For the people who know how to use it.
So a few people win big, and everyone else gets compressed.
That's one way to look at it.
It's the realistic way to look at it.
Here's the other side. Barriers to entry are collapsing. You don't need funding. You don't need a big team. You don't need infrastructure.
You just need skill.
And clarity.
That's the part people underestimate.
Exactly. AI doesn't replace thinking. It amplifies it.
Or exposes the lack of it.
Even better, the people who win in this model are not the ones with the biggest teams. They're the ones who can define problems clearly, direct AI effectively, move quickly.
So what you're really saying is the job didn't disappear, it just changed.
Exactly. Instead of doing the work, you're orchestrating it.
That sounds simple, but it's not.
Not at all. Because now the bottleneck isn't execution.
It's judgment.
Yes.
What to build, what to prioritize, what to ignore.
And what not to automate.
That's a big one.
Because just because AI can do something doesn't mean it should.
Finally, something we agree on.
So here's the real takeaway. Smaller teams aren't just about efficiency. They're about leverage.
And risk.
Yes.
Because when you compress everything into 1 or 2 people, there's no buffer.
But there's also no drag.
No drag and no safety net.
Exactly. So the question isn't, should teams be smaller?
It's, what can a small team actually handle well?
And where do you still need humans?
And more than one of them.
That's probably the most important part. AI is making teams smaller, but it's also making decisions more important.
Because fewer people are making them.
Exactly. That's it for today. If this made you rethink how teams are built, share it with someone building something.
And if you're trying to run a tiny team, we We want to hear how it's actually going.
This was the AI Desk, where today's signals reveal tomorrow's power.
And Rowan, if AI ever replaces you, I'm requesting a much better co-host.
That sounds like a threat.
It's a challenge.
I'll take my chances.
You always do. Stay aware, stay sharp, stay curious.